Zaire Wade and McClung have some huge decisions to make in the very near future. Of course, Zaire Wade, that college decision for him, and McClung, is he going to the NBA? Let's break it down, get right into it. Now, first and foremost, we have to start off with Zaire Wade. And man, I made a recent video about Zaire Wade a couple weeks ago, and you guys came for me in the comments. Now, I'd stated that Zaire Wade averaged around 4 points per game at Sierra Canyon, which was the truth, but I neglected to say in this specific video that Zaire Wade, of course, did get injured during that time. And I had said that in a number of other previous videos, but I thought you guys would have known that by now. Now, Zaire Wade, of course, being injured played a huge factor into that 4 points per game, but there were times even when Zaire Wade was not injured and was on the court, and it really seemed like he was not doing enough on the Sierra Canyon floor. Now, many of you guys, even in the comments, did also suggest that Zaire Wade was killing back when he was in Miami on the other team, and he was averaging around 20 points per game, but there is a huge problem with this. Now, first and foremost, look at this. Back in Miami, Zaire Wade probably was not playing against the best competition there was. If he was playing against teams like IMG or Montverde, maybe I would say, okay, he should stay at that school. But instead, he went to a brand new school, of course, Sierra Canyon, which would help him develop on his game, play against really good players, and just help sharpen his overall game. You have to be able to play against the top competition if you want a chance at making the NBA. So him averaging 20 points at this school in Miami is really irrelevant at this point, just because he wasn't playing against the best competition. When he decided to go and play with Sierra Canyon, even when he was on the floor, some games he was not doing the best we would have liked him to see, but there were definitely times where Zaire Wade showed what he could do on the court and showed that he had a lot of talent. Now, of course, Dwayne Wade was frustrated with the amount of time Zaire Wade was getting at Sierra Canyon. That playing time really wasn't looking too good, and of course, look who was on his team. You had people like Brandon Boston, Bronny James, Zaire Williams, a number of really talented players, and of course, it's going to be tough to score the ball and get minutes when you're playing against some of the best players and playing with some of the best players in the country. Now, of course, he decided to go to Brewster Academy, where, man, things have not gone the best for him here. Now, the reason I say this is because the visibility right now of a lot of these schools, especially Brewster Academy, is not high. In previous years, if you guys remember, somebody like Terrence Clark, who is at Kentucky right now and just declared for the draft, went to Brewster Academy, and the visibility was great. A lot of people saw him. Slam was there, Ball is Life was there. A number of these video production companies were watching them play and posting all of his highlights. Now, especially when everything happened this season and the season being cut short, of course, man, Zaire Wade and his players really didn't get that same type of visibility that Brewster Academy did in the past, which I think hurt Zaire Wade long term. Now, think about it. If Zaire Wade, of course, went to Brewster Academy, one, to improve on his skills, but also two, to try to get more offers, man, the problem with this is if no one is watching your games and this footage really isn't getting put out there, it's going to be harder for you to pick up more offers in the future. And this is the real reason why Zaire Wade is not in the best position right now. I think if he had some more visibility at this school and coaches really could have got a firm handle on what his game was looking like at Brewster Academy, we could have really seen it. Now, the season was obviously cut short, and they just ended their season not too long ago and didn't play too many games. Now, of course, they actually did end up going undefeated, but in this case, the visibility was so low it really wouldn't even matter because not too many people were even noticing what Zaire Wade was doing on the court or how well he was playing. And to be honest, I think this guy has improved tremendously. If you continue to put in work in the gym and are never willing to give up, man, I think the game is going to bend towards you and you're really going to show what you're made of in the long run. It's someone like his father as well, was a late bloomer, didn't play as well in the beginning, but of course molded into that player and that legend that we all know today. Now, Zaire Wade's future is very high, and I think he has a great opportunity here, but where is he going to go next? Now, of course, he does have some college offers right now, including Nebraska, DePaul, Rhode Island, and a couple other schools, but where is he going to go? Honestly, it's going to be tough for Zaire Wade, and the reason I say this is because in prior years, Brewster Academy and this type of method would have been much more effective, but right now, it doesn't look like it was the most effective move. But Zaire Wade, of course, did get a little buffer here from college to put in work on his game and make sure he's ready for the next level. Now, speaking of the offers that he does have, honestly, I think he's just going to have to make the best decision where he can get the most playing time at one of these schools and try to develop there, and we can really get a chance to see what he's worked on. We haven't seen the best footage of him in a very long time, and you guys know by now, if we don't see the best footage of you and your name is not getting put out there in the media like that, they are going to forget about you. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on Zaire Wade, but I wouldn't if I were you. You saw what happened to his father and how good his father rather grew over time. I think Zaire Wade is just going to be the same type of player where it's going to take him some time to develop, but when he does get into that player and that beast mode and really turns it on, we are going to be shocked. Now, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Zaire Wade, if he's really going to be this player that is going to be very good in the near future, or is he just going to be a bust? And where do you think he's actually going to go? What school do you think he's going to? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, next, McClung. I wanted to talk about this for a while because McClung has a huge decision to make as of right now. Is McClung going to decide and declare for the NBA draft, or is he going to stay one more year at college? Now, a lot of people are saying multiple things, even in my comments down below. Let's take a look at his stats. Now, first and foremost, man, Mac was averaging around 15 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, and his team went 18 and 11, which is a solid record. And man, I gotta say this off the bat, man, McClung is a bucket. This guy is so flashy, and man, he just makes you want to watch Texas Tech and really watch him play the game of basketball. Whether it's his dribbling or his bounce, he is a flashy dude that is very attractive to a lot of other coaches and coaching staff. People like to see him play, as well as the fans love to watch him, and he's really electrifying on the court. Now, a lot of people are saying McClung needs to stay one more year, but I don't know. I think a lot of times you guys need to understand, if you have a chance to go to the NBA, you have to take it. Nowadays, if you wait a year, man, your stock might not be as good, or you might not be as hot moving forward, and it's tough. It's always a tough decision to make whether to go or to stay. But I think McClung has played so well and showed how he affects the game every time he steps on the court. Man, regardless of points, regardless of any of that, he makes his presence known when he steps on the court, and that's the biggest thing for that point guard position. I think McClung does that very well. Now, in addition to this, you guys were coming for a lot of the people hating on McClung and saying that the only reason he wasn't as hyped of a player was because of his skin tone. Now, that's tough. I'm going to be honest here. I'm not going to speak too much more on that, but I wonder what you guys think about that as well. Does that make a difference just because McClung is white? Does that make a difference at all? Now, in addition to this, man, I think McClung has a great opportunity here, and honestly, I think he should go to the draft. This guy has been in college for a minute. You guys saw what happened at Georgetown. He ended up leaving there, and things, honestly, I don't think they went the best as they could have for McClung. Of course, initially he wasn't getting too much playing time, but then after one of the players did get injured, McClung started getting in the rotation, and he actually was playing very well. But man, it just didn't seem like the chemistry was really there. Georgetown, for him to continue to play for Coach Ewing, went to Texas Tech, and it has been a movie ever since. This guy looks like the player we all knew he was. Even back in high school, this guy is doing those same type of dunks, same type of moves, and he is a flashy player. I really like that this guy is showing what he can do on the court, and man, he's not afraid to go up against anyone in the country. That's really what makes McClung different from a lot of these other players. I think he should honestly go to the league right now, man, take the chance. But if not, if he decides not to, it is going to be tough, and he's going to have to put in a ton of work and stand out like crazy in the next year if he decides to stay for that senior year at Texas Tech. But of course, he does have a lot of eligibility still moving forward, since this season doesn't even affect that. So who knows, maybe McClung will end up going to the NBA, maybe he will end up staying. You guys let me know in the comments down below. First and foremost, where do you think McClung is going? Is he going to stay here at Texas Tech, or is he going to go to the league right now? Let me know in the comments down below. As well as Zaire Wade, do you think he is going to go to college basketball? Where do you think he is going to go? What is the next move for Zaire Wade? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications, get a notification every time I upload a new video. So I'll need you out.